So let's look at the switch example. So here I have written the switch syntax for you. Switch allows programs to select statements among multiple alternatives. It evaluates a constant value, performs an action based on possible matches of the value and values of each case. So we have the switch, the expression, the case, constant, statement, sequence, and break. So let's look at the switch statement example. Let's say we have a variable a and it has been initialized to a value 2. We can have a switch and the expression will come in here. So here the expression will be a. And now we can have case. Let's say the case is 1. We might want to have a statement sequence. But now we can just print out a is 1. Then break. So break simply means come out of this switch statement. We can also have case 2. I'm just going to copy and paste because of time. So case 2, if the case is 2, we want to print out a is 2. If the case is 3, we want to print out a is 3. If the case is not 1, 2, or 3, we want to have a default. A is not 1, 2, nor 3. So here we have the switch and the expression here. If the case is 1, if the case of A is 1, we want to print out A is 1. If the case of A is 2, we want to have A is 2. If it's 3, A is 3. And if it's not 1, 2, or 3, it's going to come to the default and it will be A is not 1, 2, or 3. So let's see what happens. A is 2. Because here A was initialized to 2. Let's say A was initialized to 7. We will have A is not 1, 2, or 3. So now let's look at a switch example with strings. So we can use our scanner class. So here I still have my scanner class. It has not been commented. The name of the scanner is in. And remember, I'm still writing in the main method. This is the closing curly brackets of the main method. So let's say in a variable, we want to store someone's state. First of all, we could prompt the user to enter their state. Enter the state. And then we can have a switch statement, a string variable called state. And we're going to store what the user inputs. So now with our switch expression, switch, the expression will have state. If the case double quotes. So remember previously we just used 1 because we're dealing with integers. So now that we have a string, we're going to use quotes, double quotes. So if it is Gombe, for example, if the state 0 is Gombe, we're going to write you are from the northeast. And then Remember break. So now, if the case is Lagos, we can write you are from the southwest. And if it's not Gombe or Lagos, let's put a default and put your state is not listed. So let's run this. Enter your state, input Gombe. You are from the northeast. So let me put FCT. Your state is not listed. But one issue is, if I would have written Gombe in all capital letters, it will print out your state is not listed. One way we can solve this is to change this to a lowercase when the user inputs something, or to change, and also to change all this to a lowercase. So let's say we have everything written in capital here and everything written in capital here. Anytime we get an input, we can change it to uppercase, just like this, into the next line. Then whatever the user input, we want to change it to an uppercase. So if you don't remember this, you can go to the string operations video to see what I mean here. So when we change it to an uppercase, we want to store it in the variable state. And now this can work. So anytime we input something, it's going to convert it to an uppercase. So if we would have written Gombe in all small, it will change it to capital, and this will work. If we would have written Lagos in all small letters, it will change it to capital, and this will work. So let's see. If I would have written Lagos in small letters, it still has you are from the southwest, because it changed it to uppercase. So now when comparing, it works, it's the same. So same thing we would have been able to do with our KH example. So that's all for switch statements. So in the next tutorial, we'll talk about loops.